Yeah, good afternoon all. Once again, this is our Naija PowerBI Saturday, where we trade topics that really make us enjoy Power BI now and will be useful in the future. I have somebody with me today. She's actually a wonderful user of Power BI. So her name is Abisola. I always call her data queen. Give her data, she turn it to insights and wonderful decision making. So, Abisola, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, Abisola,
Good
can we
afternoon.
meet you? Just give us a short introduction. Introduce yourself, what you've been doing, how you got into Power BI, and what you are going to tell us today.
Okay, so today how I got into Power BI. First of all, my name. So my name is Abisola Onibi, and I've been a data analyst for about 3 years. I work majorly with visualization tools. I like using Power BI more because Power BI is very interactive and it combines a lot of features that even Excel, you could use almost all Excel features in Power BI. So the master Excel. So I use Power BI often, most of the time. And then today I'll be taking us on RLS. That's row level security. So RLS is basically managing security. So that's what taking us on today. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. So when you talk about RLS, role level security, can you just give us a background? What is role level security? Is it very important? Why do we need it? So let me really see the need for me before we go dive into the practical section.
Okay. So row level security, as the name implies, row level security, security at row level. So it's just telling you that you are securing your data, you are putting your data on privacy mode for some users that you don't want some, that means you do not want some users to see some parts of your data, but not just some parts of your data, but at the row level, parts of your data at the row level. So row level security filters your data at the row level. So you cannot say you want to filter your data based on columns and call it row level security. No. Row level security only filters your data at the row level. So if you have measures, row level security does not work and will not work for it. And if you have columns, so row level security won't work for it. It only works at the row level. So if you have a couple of rows and you have a user assigned to a particular row to view one or more rows, it is only those rows that you allow him to view that he would view. So that's basically what row level security does. Helps you to filter your data at the row level for different
So
users. Yes.
what you are telling me is this: if I have a data pool of all what that happened in our organization, and as a branch manager of a particular location, you want a security whereby if I open up the reports, it will only give to me what belongs to me. I won't see other things that belongs to other branches. Just my branch data will be given to me.
Yes, exactly.
So if that's what you are going to show us, so our data queen, I'm ready and I'm excited. So you can roll up your screen. Let's get started. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so can we all see my screen before I begin?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. All right. So I'll just
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Maybe our network from our end.
Okay, I want to be sure. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we lost your screen. Okay, we are back. I can see your screen now. Correct. Please continue.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So this is just basically about me. So okay. So I like coming from the definition of Power BI whenever I want to take trainings, because it gives me a background knowledge of what we are looking into at that particular time. So Power BI, we all know what Power BI is, and we know what Power BI helps us to do. It helps you to visualize and share your data, right? But then what is the end result? Reports and dashboards. Now, if you are sharing insights, that means you're sharing insights using reports and dashboards. Now looking at reports and dashboards, which is the end product of your whole visualization and filtering and modeling and all the things you've done on Power BI, reports and dashboards is the end product, right? Now, when you get an end product, at the end of the day, you do something about the end product, and then your boss comes to you and says, yeah, you've done a hard work, you've done a lot of things, our data is leaked, you didn't protect our data properly. How would you feel? So that's Power BI helps us create reports and dashboards, but then there's something we need to take note of, which is security on our data. Now, there's several ways to manage security on your data. Are we following?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. So okay, thank you very much. So there's several ways to manage security on your data. I won't want to go through all of this to not take so much time. But then just you can check it out later. Probably pause the video when you're watching the video later to check the several ways you can manage security on your data. You can create workspaces to make just those people in your workspace view your data. So that is something you can do. And then you could also create content packs, and content pack contains data sets, reports, and data sets and dashboards that are visible to the user. So you can say that, okay, I want this person to be able to access my content pack that contains all of these things. So when the person can access your content pack, the person can access all of those things. But if I don't give you access to my content pack, which I created, or which is owned by an organization, then you don't have access to it. So that's what content pack does, briefly, in summary. Then there's also the publish to web. You can get the link and embed it, sorry, and embed your link into a custom web page on maybe your website or your company's website. So I could even create a web page such that I'm a client, probably Mr. Folarin owns an organization, and I'm his client. So all I have to do is log in when I want to see my reports, log into that particular website, and then I can view my reports. But there could be some downsides to it anyway, because anybody that gets hold of the link can also view the report. So that's another way to manage security anyway. But all security methods have their downsides. But then we still have to take a step to ensure security on our data, whichever way. So what we're considering today, row level security. This is filtering your data at the row level. So we'll be talking in depth on it as we move on. But then just understand that row level security is filtering your data at the row level. So I have 4 different managers, and I have all these managers manage each country. So manager 1, manager 2 manages country 2, and so on. And I want manager 1 to only see data for country 1, and I want manager 2 to only see data for country 2. I only want them to see data that is that they need, that is beneficial to them. So that is row level security. Sometimes it might not even be about it being beneficial. It might just be that I'm trying to protect this other country from something, or the other country doesn't want the other manager to see his data set for some reasons you do not know, but there's sometimes that you just need to map it. Everybody doesn't need to see everything, but you can have one report that can take care of all of them. So that's what row-level security does. Okay, so in depth, what is row-level security? I already explained it earlier. The row-level security filters rows, not columns or other entities such as measures. It only filters at the row level. And then you can define filter within rows. So ROLES, that's what I mean. You can define filter within ROLES, rows. So I can assign a manager to a row. So the manager can only view what I assign to him. So that's what row-level security does. So that's basically all. It's usually in form of a DAX expression. We're going to see it in the demo, how to assign users to roles. You'll see it in the DAX expression. In the demo, it's DAX expression. DAX expression slides. You can pause it later and read through if you want to. Okay, dynamic row-level security. Now, this security works with Azure Active Directory B2B, which is business-to-business collaboration. So it helps you securely share your data or your company's data with users from other organizations. So there's sometimes that, okay, we are 10 in this organization, but we have this external organization that in a way has some businesses to do with us. And then we want to share our data with him. Now, how would you go about that? Now, in row-level security, you can only share your data with people within your organization. Now, what if you want to share your data with somebody in partner with your organization? So in short, the person doesn't have Abisola at PowerBI.com. Probably the person has Tolu at Microsoft.com, which has shown that he or she is outside my organization. Because there might be questions, but let's move on for now. So these are some points. I'm not too much on this. In Power BI service, when you want to create, you can create roles in Power BI desktop, right? And you can modify roles in Power BI desktop, but you cannot assign roles in Power BI desktop. So you assign roles in Power BI service. So I want us to note that. Then there are other things you need to note. For example, measures. You cannot use row-level security to secure your measures and your columns. You can only use them to secure your rows, like I said. So that's another thing, and so many other things you need to note while using row-level security. Row-level security is good, but there are still some downsides to it. It is not perfect. So yeah. All right. So moving on. Okay, these are some other points to note too. Sorry about that. Okay. You can you can configure row-level security for data models imported into Power BI with Power BI Desktop. So you can configure RLS on datasets that use DirectQuery, but you cannot configure row-level security on services you are connected to live connection services. So you have to note that. So if you've been using Power BI for some time, there are some kind of connections that row-level security would not work on, and you need to check that so that you don't get frustrated while trying to make row-level security work for what it would ordinarily not work for. All right, so you can check out the other points, and now I would like us to move to the demo session. Okay, so before I move to demo session, I want to be sure that everybody is following me. Is everyone following me?
Yes, from my end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So very quickly, let's move to the demo session. All right, so I created this simple dashboard from okay, so you know what? Let's just check the data here instead.
You can minimize the meeting now at the bottom right corner there, so that it won't disturb.
Okay, okay.
Good.
All right. I'll actually prefer we see the data set from here. So let me try to open it. I don't understand what is going on. Okay, so let's just look at it from here. So we have a customer table that has customer ID,
Sorry
first
for
name,
cutting
surname.
in.
Okay, so when
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so somebody's raising his palm. Toby Kazim, you are recognized. Any question?
Yes, the chat box is not working. No, it's not active.
The chat box.
Yes.
It's okay. I just typed the message now. Confirm. I just said I on the chat box. I guess it's okay.
No, the message is chat and channel meetings are only available to team members, so we can't see anything you just typed, sir.
Oh, it's only available to team members.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, sorry about that. I will see how I can quickly fix that up. But if you have any question, just raise your palm so you'll be recognized. Sorry about that. Okay.
Okay, so can I move on?
Yeah, you can continue, please.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I have a couple of tables here. I got this data from my Excel file, which has refused to open for reasons not known to me. So I'll just continue with Power BI since Excel disappointed me. All right, so we have a couple of tables here. We have country table, customer, manager, product, sales rep, users. So just in case you see anything that you feel, okay, I could have done it this way, I could have done it that way. Our focus for today, row level security. So I would like us to just make do of this row level security. If we wanted to do a probably a modeling session, we could have modeled data and transform row level security. We're doing row level security today, so which is our focus for today. So we might not do much of transformation. So these are customer people. You know what? We have 4 countries and the manager ID, of course, manager ID column. Product table. So you know what a product table look like. You have your products, but here, good enough, we have category, segment, manufacturer, the unit price for each product, the unit cost for each product, and the unit profit, which I calculated before bringing my data in, so as to not waste time. Okay, so it's also not our focus for today, so that's just by the way. Then we have our sales table. Here's our sales table that contains the dates that a sale was done, the total price for that particular day, total cost, total profit, and so on. That's for the sales table. I just like getting familiar with my data sets before, and I'd like us to adopt that too. let's not just jump into the workspace directly. Then sales representatives, which I hardly used in this lecture. And then the user table, which I created to demonstrate something. So this user table is going to be used to demonstrate something. Now, okay. Now I have this I think good looking dashboard. It's a bit good looking. So I have this dashboard, and then I want to perform row level security on my report. Okay, it's a report on my report. So I want to perform row level security on my report. So what do I do? So I was just thinking, what if I didn't have the time to create different reports for different countries or different managers. I just want to create one report and then secure the data that is not that somebody else is not supposed to see. So for example, I want only country manager A to see country A's data. I want only country manager B to see country B's data. So that's what I want to do here. So now I want Clarence Dopes, which should be the manager for, I think, I'm not sure. We can check that from our data, but we'll get to know even from performing our row level security. So I want Clarence Dopes to only see data that is accrued to our country. Just all the data. I want her to see just her own data. So what am I going to do? I will come to my modeling tab and then go to manage roles. So manage roles. All right. So sorry, I'm going to go back shortly. So I want to see the countries. Okay. Okay. Something. The countries for each manager. So country for each manager. So I have, okay, Benin. I have 4 countries. I have Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, and Togo. Right. So I want to manage roles based on country, based on Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, and Togo, not based on manager. So let me quickly do that. Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, and Togo. That's what I have. And please, I want you to also note the table that country is in, country column. So country column is in manager table because we're going to need that in creating the roles. So I'm going to come back to my reports and come to manage roles. Yeah. So here, manage roles. So what am I going to do? Create. So I want to create a new role. Now I want to create a role called Benin, which is, of course, Benin role, to filter it down to only Benin data relating to only Benin country. So and then I don't think it's called Benin country. I don't know, but it's a country, so I don't know the pronunciation. Just bear with me. So now I want to take my country column from my manager table because I told us that we're going to be making use of the country column in manager table. So I'm going to just come here to the 3 ellipses, add filter, and add filter based on what column? Based on country. Now, country equals to value. So now I want country to equal to Benin. Now, this is a DAX expression. This DAX expression tells me that when I select Benin role, just follow my cursor. When I select Benin role, I want you to return data for only Benin. That is what it means. So you can data for Benin country only. That is what it means. So I'm going to save this and create a new role. So I'm going to create roles for all the countries. So I'm going to create for Togo, come to my manager, add filter, and country column 2. So for my Togo role, I want you to give me data related to only Togo country. That's what this one means too. And then create another role. You can name your role anything. Please note that Nigeria manager, add filter, country. So I'll just put Nigeria. And then finally Ghana manager, add filter for country, please. And my value is Ghana. So when I select Ghana, kindly give me data for just Ghana. That is that. For now, then see. All right. So in Power BI Desktop, I told us that we cannot assign users to roles. We can only create and test roles. So I've just created roles and I want to test the roles I created. So how do I test it? Now see, view as. Please note, this was what I clicked. So view as roles. So view as what roles? Currently it's on none. None means you are viewing everything. You can see everything. That is none. So there is no role level security attached at the moment. So now I want to attach Benin. So this is just sorry about that. This is just a test. So I want to see how Benin would work. So I've selected Benin and clicked OK. So if I was a manager and I was assigned to a Benin role, what would I see? That is what this means. So now it's showing me. Still loading. And from this visual, this beautiful visual here, we can see that we can only see country Benin. So I'm going to select this. I want to see the states. I want to see the states. These are the states. And I would like to see the city, or the city under littoral, or the city under this, whichever one. So I really love this visual. By the way, that's just by the way. So yes, that's what it does. So I could test for other roles too. Because of time, I wouldn't be able to do that. So let's just leave it at that. So you want to test for other roles, kindly go to view as. Sorry. You want to test for other roles, just go to view as. Oh, it was still loading when I clicked. Kindly just go to view as and select whichever role you want to view as, and it will view as the role you want it to view as. Yes, that's just it. So that is basically it. So it filters down all the data to what just Benin is supposed to see. That is what role level security does. So if I go into my Power BI service now and I assign myself to the Benin role, okay, let me say I assign Mr. Folarin to the Benin role. He would only, when he logs on to Power BI and he sees the reports I shared with him, he would only see data for Benin. He wouldn't see any other thing. That is just what role level security does. It's awesome, right? Yeah, I know. So let me stop viewing as Benin. So very quickly, I want to show us something. Now, I created this users table. Okay, you see, I stopped viewing as Benin. I'm not viewing as anything, and I have all my countries back. So that's just what role level security does for this level. So now I want to create a security role, right? I want to create a security role such that there are some particular email users that I want them to see this report, and then these email users probably for example, I Abisola at powerbi.com, I want to be able to see Nigeria and Togo at the same time. So that is what I want to describe to us right now. So Abisola at powerbi.com wants to be able to see Nigeria and Togo at the same time. So what is she going to do? So I created this users table. Where is users table? Yeah. So I created this users table. I said, okay, ade@school.ng to be able to see Benin, to be able to see Nigeria, and to be able to see Ghana. at the same time. So when I type in ade@school.ng, he sees the 3 of them. So I can assign that within my data set. So if I want to put some email addresses to be able to see a set of my data, maybe more than one country, maybe a particular user, I want a particular user to be able to see 3 countries or 2 countries or something, I could put in his or her email address into a table and assign them to the particular countries I want this user to be able to see. So that is what I created this table for, just for a demonstration of that. So very quickly, I want to show us how to do that. So I'll just come in manage roles, and I want to create a new role. Now, the new role I want to create is security role. So security role, I'm going to call it security role. I want the email address I input to be able to see the countries assigned to him or her alone. As specified in the table, I just showed us the user table. So now security role. Then I'll come to what table? Users table, right? So the users table, filter on the user. So here I want Tolu@school.ng to see a report. So several emails like that. What are they allowed to see? What will they be seeing when I put in their email, when they sign up on Power BI, when they sign up and say, okay, someone has shared a report with me, I want to see this report. What will they see? What will they see when the report comes up? That is what this does. So what is going to be here is not going to be a value. What's going to be here is something that returns the email address, which is user principal name. So user principal name returns the email address of the person. So user principal name. There's also username. Username doesn't return the email. Username returns the table and the name of the person. But this returns the email address. So we use this. Check online, bing, and you see all the answers you need. Okay, so ade@school.ng should be able to see Benin. ade@school.ng should be able to see Nigeria. ade@school.ng should be able to see Ghana. So it's only Togo that ade@school.ng should not be able to see. Right, so let's check that. Let's see how that works. So manage roles. Okay, I've managed the role already. So I want to view as a security role. So view as security role. Now, view as security role. Now I have to input the email I want here. So this is where I'm going to input the email. So ade@school.ng. This is just a test. All right. So do not disappoint me. Thank you. So ade@school.ng just sees Nigeria, Benin, and Ghana. ade@school.ng cannot see Togo. So that is how you assign email addresses to users. Now, very quickly, I want us to check it out in the Power BI service. So stop viewing. Thank you very much for your time. Working on it. Okay, so it's back to normal. So now it's back to none, no row level security. So very quickly, I want us to see what this looks like in Power BI service. So I'm going to publish. So when I publish, definitely I'll have it on my Power BI service, right? So publish. I've published it before, so you would see something like replace datasets, which is still the same thing. I just wanted to not waste too much time. So let me just go directly It's well known how to publish, right? Oh, I'm not signed in. Okay. Okay. Let's leave this. Let's just go directly into the Power BI. So well known how to publish. We've been taught that. That's better. This is taken to. Okay. So. Wow. All right. Okay, let me quickly bring that up. Sorry for the delay. I thought I opened it up already. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now again. Can you see my screen again? Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, all right. Okay, sorry. Sorry for the break. So now my result is published. I think everybody knows how to publish a Power BI report. So now my result is published and it's published to my workspace, to this workspace. Yeah. So very quickly, I want to show us what these roles look like in Power BI service. So this is my data. My data set is demo RLS, right? So I will just come here to the ellipsis and go to, oh, I think I'm not signed in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here, this is my report. Here's my report. Then I will just come here and go to security. Okay.
Hello, Abisola.
Okay, Toby, you are raising your hand.
My screen stopped sharing.
Yes, I think you need to check our data set, not our report. To access security.
Yeah, data sets. Yes, like I said. Sorry. So you go to your data set, and go to security. So here, security. So now I want to assign some users to these roles. So for example, I want to assign Abisola. I want to assign this email address and then add it. So Abisola Onibi has been assigned to Benin role. Now let's say to Nigeria, okay, save. Then let's say to Nigeria, I want to assign, something is already assigned to it, but let me quickly just show us that. I want to assign another of my email addresses to Nigeria. So here, I would add it and save. So that's basically it. So you just enter the email address. You can enter one or more email addresses. So you just input the email addresses that you want to assign to these roles. Right. So now let me quickly test these roles. So for example, if somebody is assigned to the Benin role, what will the person see? So I could just come to the ellipsis here and click on test as role. So when I click on test as role, it's viewing as Benin, right? Meaning that my data set will be showing only for Benin, like you can see. So this is showing only for Benin. We can see the countries here, and every other part of the data is viewing only for Benin. You can see the manager for Benin, James. So here's the report with Abisola. Abisola Onibi is going to see just this. She's not going to see any other thing. So that's basically what roles do. So this is assigning roles to this is assigning individuals to roles. That's basically what role level security does. It assigns individuals to roles. And then when an individual is assigned to a role, the individual can only see data that he or she has been assigned to. So that's basically what it's about. So now, someone will ask a question. Now, in role level security, you can only assign people within your organization to roles. What if you wanted to assign somebody outside of your organization? What would you do? Let me minimize this. What would you do? So very quickly, I want us to know that when you want to do something like that, you have to person on your user's platform. You have to make the person at portal.azure.com. You would add up the person as a guest user. And when you add up the person as a guest user, you can easily share reports with the person. So while that is coming up, let me just show us a sample. So you would see, okay, let me go back to role level security. Okay, now you will see that I could add Abisola from Octave Analytics. You can see I could add Abisola Onibi. Okay, I think this is my personal email, but let me show you that I can also add this.
Hello, sir.
.com.
Hello.
So let me show you. I can also add this. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let me show you that I can also add this. Abisola@gmail.com, which should not be. And why is that possible? That is possible because I've added the person as a guest user on my Azure platform. So when you want to do that on your Azure platform, your portal.azure.com platform, come here, add the person as a guest, and the person you share with that is outside of your organization. and input the person's email address. You could send a personal message to the person. And when you do that, the person gets a prompt in his email, and the person says, oh, I want to do that. So you would see the message pop up just like that. And then the person will see the message pop up in his or her email. So when the person accepts your invitation, the person is added as a guest user on your portal.azure.com platform, right? So when the person is added as a guest user, then you can easily share reports with the person, even despite the fact that the person is outside of your organization. That's why I can easily share reports with onibiabisola@gmail.com, which wouldn't be possible. See, I'm an external user, so I am not within host Loni. I'm an external user, but then I can share reports. onibiabisola@gmail.com is an external user, and I can share reports with even while maintaining security. So that's basically all that I have to teach us for today. I'm sorry for the little break in transmissions. I apologize deeply for that. And I would like to take questions if there are any. Thank you.
So thank you very much, our data queen. So you really done well. So I've been trying to see how the meeting chat can come up, but very unfortunate. I don't know why it's not coming up. But if you have any question, please feel free to raise your palm or unmute and ask your question. So question time now. Questions?
Ask me questions.
Okay. So, okay, Toby has a question. Toby, you're recognized.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Toby.
Not really a question, though, but I just want to chip in something. Earlier she mentioned about content pack.
About what? Content pack?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I just want to chip in that content pack have been deprecated.
Okay.
So
okay.
you just know that content pack have been deprecated, so we can only do template app.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's no more content pack. We have template app.
Yes, and then she mentioned about there's no row level security for measures. I think they are, because I've seen something like that before.
So they've, okay, row level security for measures.
For measures.
Yes, I think they are, but yes,
okay.
but they are just
the row level security we are actually looking at is on our data sets.
Yes,
yes. It's amazing using tools like these so that you can just come up with one single report. I saw somebody did something sometime. He has to design different reports because he cannot implement row level security. So you can come up with one report and allow people come in to use your report. So
that's all for me.
Thank you very much, Toby. So Sheyi, you are recognized. Hello, Sheyi.
My question is mainly on the mechanism of creating the role-based security. I think it looks complex to me because you have to first go to the data set to be able to set the role attached to the viewing of the dashboard. Is there a way where we can have it probably from the user perception, putting the roles on what they can view from the point when you admit them into the dashboard? I'm just asking.
Okay.
Let me give you a scenario now. Coming from the infrastructure as background, when a user wants to log in probably to a particular domain, we have already set up what role it be. Either he is a user, he is an administrator, that administrator can also be trickled down into specific role. So from that aspect, do Power BI have that kind of role-based security that comes in immediately you have been admitted into the dashboard or to the Power BI? That's my question.
Okay, so if I may answer that question. By the time you set up a new user on your Active Directory, Power BI and the location is tied to you. For example, she is added to Active Directory and she is tied to a location, maybe Kano. And on my data set, as she has demonstrated, there is a place for location. So once she logs in, you know that she is from Kano, automatically the row level security can be implemented on your name and your location. It knows you and knows your location. It can actually use that immediately, even from your Active Directory. If it's actually set up, you have the old details right there. And apart from that, your name can be connected with your location in a database. Ordinary Excel is enough. I can set up an Excel, put your email address and put your location there. So once you connect, I already know who is connecting and I know your location. Because she has implemented a row level security, that will only pull out something from that location. So Abisola, I hope I've answered it the way you wanted to, or you want to add more?
No, yes, definitely. Definitely. Admin and user roles. Yes, you've answered it perfectly well.
So,
Okay.
Deji,
Yes.
what you are saying is that the role-based security defined by Abiola this morning was actually implemented from the directory, not from the dashboard.
No. What I'm saying is from a database. All the users and their location would have been set up in a database. If I have access to the database to Active Directory, I can just implement it straight. You don't need to keep doing it one by one. Because she's training us, she's doing it one by one for us to understand.
Okay, better then. Because I'm looking at a large establishment with
no. Just put all their names and their location in Excel. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to chip in something.
Hello,
I'd like to chip in something.
Okay.
I'd like to chip in something. Yeah. For large establishments, this literature is really shows for large establishments, you can also have groups. So you can share user groups. They can put several groups on Microsoft 365, of course. So when you have all these email addresses in one group and you want 1,000 email addresses to see it, the 1,000 email addresses will see it once the group is assigned to that role. So that's another thing that you can do with large number of people. Yes.
Okay, great. So group of email attached to a role, that's cool. So you can actually do that. So Kelvin, you are recognized.
Hello. All right,
hello.
thank you. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Kelvin, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much for this. Thank you, Abisola. Thank you, sir. Ayodeji.
Yeah.
Actually, my first time of attending something like this, knowing about Power BI and all of this stuff. I want to ask because with what I watched, it looks as though it's for big, large companies, that have branches in several states and several countries and all. Can I use it for my small scale e-commerce business, an online business I started recently? I'm looking for how to track sales, orders, profits, stuff like that. Can I use something like this for it? Is it possible?
Okay.
I don't know if
for a small business, you build a dashboard concerning sales. So if anybody logs into the dashboard, it should be personal to me. So you can use row level security so that maybe based on my order ID, just give me detail about the order. Instead of building several dashboards for all your customers, So with my customer ID, once I go in, it gives me what belongs to me. You can actually use row level security around that area for tracking.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
So, Toby,
Yeah.
you are recognized?
Hello, sorry. I even forgotten that I raised my hand. Okay, in response to Mr. Sheyi, I think that's what also I'm trying to expect. He's talking about access level 2, like admin, admin, contributor, viewer, stuff like that. But what I want to chip in is that the row level security you're talking about is about row, not row, ROW, not ROLE. So there's another aspect that is dealing with that ROLE. And concerning the large data assets, it talks about, instead of us inputting it one by one, I think we can use a function called username in Power BI service. So
Yeah,
that
the
will sort
username
Yeah,
connect
yeah,
automatic that
yeah,
straight.
so that will just
yeah.
sort doing it manually out. Sorry.
Okay. So
Thanks.
thank you very much. Apart from the row level, you can also use the, what's it called? Access level. But access level is, we give you access to the complete dashboard. But if you
Yeah.
implement row level with it, the same dashboard, you have different perspective to it. So thank
Yes.
you
Yes.
very much. So any other question? So I hope I've answered Kelvin and Sheyi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay. I want to ask a question that's actually similar to, I mean, what was raised. But now I'm looking at, is it possible to, if you don't want to do it manually, is it possible to do it dynamically? You know, let's say you have, I mean, these numbers of managers now, but your infrastructure is, we don't have maybe like maybe Microsoft AD now, for instance, now, and maybe you have another infrastructure entirely, and you want it to be dynamic. You don't want to maybe go and create maybe an Excel file somewhere, and then you have to be updating that Excel file. So maybe you have something like maybe like your own database, maybe like NoSQL, whatever, and then you have those data there, and then you want to pull it direct and then be able to manage that. I mean, do some kind of exchange. Is it actually possible?
Okay. So, well, it depends. Anyway, why I said Excel. Excel is what all of us, we can easily use to create a database or data set. So if anywhere the data might be, I don't care. As long as Power BI can read that data set, I'm okay. As long as I can read it, I don't care where it's coming from. It can be in Access, MySQL. Just let me have a list of all the users and their location. We can easily implement that into row level security for you by doing a relationship between that data set and the real data. The real data set, that's
Okay.
your fact table.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. All right. The next question is this. Okay. So while she was creating, creating a user for multiple visibility. Now she used a variable as a user principal name or something. Now, is it a defined name in Power BI, or it's because from the table she used, there's no reference for that user principal name or something. I mean, she used something. I mean,
okay. So, Data Queen, over to you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Okay. I said, why you are creating visibility for? Why are creating visibility for multiple country for a particular user? You use a particular variable called user principal name or something, which is not a column name in your, on your table. I'm not saying that, is it a name defined within Power BI, or it's just any variable?
So UPN, user principal name, helps you return the email of a user. So instead of assigning a particular value, you can instead assign user principal name, such that whenever you want to input, whenever you want a user to access your data, and all you have to do is to input that user's email. In broader terms, when and a person, you share your report with somebody, and the person's email is one of those emails that you already assigned or that you already have on your table. The person sees reports that is targeted towards just him. So it is for emails, it is for returning emails. So instead of assigning to just one row, you can just tell you that, okay, I want you to return the emails in this table, such that when email A says, okay, I want to view this report, email A can see the report based on the role assigned to him.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So
thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
so it is not direct of one column. Yeah.
So
hello to Mr. Folarin. I discovered that I don't know. I don't have access to to the chat room. I don't have access to just watch the video. And I don't know why that is.
Okay, so no problem. It will be fixed before our next meeting. I don't know, very unfortunate. I tried fixing it now, but I don't know what's going on. But definitely to be fixed before our next meeting. The feedback form has been dropped on our group chat on Kaizala and WhatsApp. So let's quickly fill that feedback form, and it's very, very important. So next Saturday is another wonderful day. So I want us to prepare. So I just have to appreciate Abisola. She has done very, very well. This video will be available on our YouTube channel, so you can always fall back to get detail. And for further questions around row level security, once you start practicing with it, if you have questions, feel free to ask your question on the group chat. We have lots and lots of gifted hands in that group. So Abisola is one of them. They are last speaker for last Saturday, Toby Kazim is one of them, and you are still going to meet lots and lots of them during this Saturday's event. So thank you all. I appreciate you all. So do have a nice time. So Abisola, thank you very much for doing justice to the topic today. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Jide.
Yes, Toby.
Ló ṣẹlẹ̀, ojú títì lẹ tún wà ní.
Ó ṣe ẹgbẹ́ mọ́tò ṣe little service.
Sorry.